Indeed started. Okay, this is okay. Good. Oh, okay. Maybe we will go with the logical problem first. Okay, I don't have anything on my screen which I can share. So okay. So let me see if I can keep your chat and your do things together and share it. So whoever has done this homework can start answering that question. I'm keeping your chat here. Okay, good. Somebody's saying they don't understand. You know, Jay, who is saying that? Kadambari. Okay. I like that because when you don't understand, just be blunt and say, I don't understand. And then we'll try to explain you. ओके आणखीन कुणाला आलं नाहीये मी कुणाला समजलं नाही कादंबरी said and anyone else I don't have a spreadsheet in my front of me, so I'm gonna try something. Notepad. Okay, I didn't have. Okay, let me try. I cannot draw. Okay, or maybe MS Paint. So kunala आलंय का? So my computer is having same problem. What same problem, buddy? Zoom. It cannot be the same problem as mine, no? Okay, so we have to program it or not? You have to program it too, but I think we are first going to the logical problem. Anybody solve this logical problem? This one? If not, then we'll just try solving it here together. Okay, gamers. Looks like you like games. So, okay, so what's your answer? I'm just gonna draw it here. The square. Let's draw squares quickly, right? Oops. Okay. I'm gonna just draw these squares. And 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. Aryan saying he don't understand. Someone else saying. Okay, we'll go to it. Python problem. So okay, so this logical problem. I'm just gonna type first letter N, Z, and V. So I think मुलांना खूपशा समजलं नाहीये problem, right? So it's a okay description problem दिलाय नुसतं तसं description आहे पण then there are clues, right? So 4 aliens have landed on. Your job is to use the clues to solve each logic puzzle to learn more about them. Use the grid to help you keep track of information. Draw what it says, draw X in the boxes that can be eliminated and O in the boxes that are matched. Tic-tac-toe खेळता का तुम्ही सगळेजण? So it is just like tic-tac-toe, right? Each time you find an answer that is a match, O, cross out all choices vertically and horizontally in that category. Right? So tic-tac-toe खेळतो की नाही आपण? It's almost same to that. So I'm gonna read the clue and you guys are gonna give me the answer. Okay. So this is the clue. Nulp is the oldest alien. When you say Nulp is the oldest alien, so where I should mark a cross and where I should mark O? Can you guys tell me? Where is the null? Null is this, right? This second column is null, correct? So can you guys tell me? So where I should be marking cross and where I should be marking O. So yellow is saying 11. What I should do with the 11? Yellow. I'm just moving my screen. Null oldest alien, right? So what I should do with the 11? मुलांनो प्रश्नाचं उत्तर 11 सगळे म्हणतात पण माझा प्रश्न काय कळला का? ओके राईट सो 11 ला O मार्क करायचं राईट ओके सो आय एम गोना मार्क O इन द 11 सगळ्यांना कळतंय कादंबरी वाय वी आर सेइंग 11 ला O केलं बिकॉज दॅट्स द करेक्ट आन्सर राईट एंड बाकीचे वी आर गोना बाकी सब कॉलम्स को हम क्रॉस करेंगे राइट बिकॉज व्हेन वी नो जब हम लोग को पता है कि ये राइट है तो रेस्ट ऑफ देम आर रॉन्ग ओके व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट क्लू where age is an odd number the guy is where is the where is this guy right so kadambari now they are saying where age is an odd number so what are the odd numbers in this and 9 is odd, right? Because 11 odd is already taken. Zoom, you are right. But 11 odd is already taken. So what is another odd? 9, right? So that what is that 9 gonna be? O or X? O, right? Okay, so that is gonna be O. So rest of them we are gonna mark X. Correct? Okay. So now let's read the third clue, right? Ajena has been alive for the same number of years as she has toes. Do you guys can see number of toes she has? Ajena, right? Ajena is the first. How many toes you see? Okay. So Ved, when you say 8, right? So where I should mark? What I should mark, right? I think question is for Ved. Ved. Kadambari is saying, oh, but where? I'm waiting for Ved. Ved. Don't see any typing from Ved. Okay, A. A. But कुठल्या roll मी okay. And Ved is not saying anything. So O should be on 8, right? And rest are gonna be cross, right? So now you guys can tell me what is left for Ghibli, right? They all have to be a different age. So only 10 is left. So that is what it's gonna be. Rest of them are X. Correct? Aryan. So now you understand what you was asked in this question. It was just tic-tac-toe sarga puzzle, right? Just telling you how to think logically. Okay. Good. You understand, Kadambari. Okay. Okay. That's one thing. I think I asked this problem to be solved or create the output like this. And I gave some advanced students, if they remember for loop, they can do this thing. So kuni kelay homework. By the time I had to go and install Python on this machine. Let's okay, sorry, you did it, Shlok. Yes, did it, but till that time, Python download. Let me see. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna download. So you guys must have used this one, whoever downloaded, but I'm gonna install Python on my local machine. This is my different machine. So okay, anything is gonna work. Anything more than three should be okay. So hmm, you did it on uh, whoever did it, right? So you can see the installation process. If you have picture or photo of that, you can just paste it in or show it in the chat. So while you guys do that, I'm installing Python, and you can see the installation steps are pretty easy. That you just download it. Okay. So what's your question, man? Deepika, and where is there any way you can show me what you guys did? Okay, let's see where it is installed. So no one has done the homework. I mean, if some of you guys saying, "Oh, I did it on a book," you can just take a picture and show me. Okay. Okay. So you guys can see I'm running the Python here, right? Okay. So I think okay. Let's just go and do that homework then. Looks like not many of you have done that. So I'm just gonna go simple because there are new kids, right, or new students starting, so they don't know the for loop. So we will just do a simple new file. Say what was so if I say print what is it gonna print? You guys know? That's okay, sorry. We can go and see and you can compare. So let's save this file. So I usually create some folder and keep everything in that place. So homework one. Right. So you can see what it printed. When I printed single star in a quote, it printed star here, right? You guys can see. So if I have to just like as in a program, as I mentioned it in a program here, if I have to print this way, what I need to do, you guys now can quickly tell me what and how we should be doing that. Can someone tell me here? Type it, how we should do it. You guys can hear me, right? Or no? Did I lose you? Okay. So Deepika, can you tell me what if I have to get that next star, what I need to do? So now, can you guys see it better? I know. Okay, there you go. Okay, so right. So, but you guys are on a track. So, okay, that's what I was expecting, right? I'm just gonna put more space in between. But yeah, if I want to do two, then yeah, you can just print it like that, right? It's pretty easy printing it same way. So if as I was asking in my program question, if we have to do it four, right? Four of them. Homework says we need to print something like this, right? So how we do that? Can you guys quickly tell me? I think I'm not seeing your chat, but yeah, now if I have to see the chat, what is the way to do it? Yellow. I think you are on a track, so you can give me the next how we can go and do it. Okay. What is Friday? Okay. What is that question? Okay, that's one way. Good. Okay. So that will print third line, right? How about then doing the fourth line? I can't copy it, huh? So if I do the fourth line like this, it will print all four of them, right? One after another, right? So that's what I was asking in the homework, how you print this. So does that make sense to you guys? Oh, how you can print? Correct. So that's one way I showed, right? The other way is using a variable. Yeah, that's where we were about to go, using the variables, right? Because this is like plain simple way of doing it, where you put everything in your print statement. But what you can do is you can declare a variable. Remember last week we talked about variable. What is variable? It's just some place data. It's like your drawer of your cupboard. You can put something there and then you can use it whenever you want it. So that is something called variable, right? So if I say line one variable is going to keep the star, then line two variable going to keep two star. Line two is going to put two star. Oh. Line three and line four, I will put all of them one after another. Three, line four, and if I put them star, star, and star, and instead of printing hard-coded value here, we put line number, print line number. It is going to give us the same output. Is this going to give us the same output, or I need to change this? Right, so if I change this, you can see it generates same output as the previous version, right? So in this case, we are using four variables and we are just printing those four variables. So does that make sense for you guys? What is a variable and how you can print that same thing with a different way? Okay, you guys are using variables and string. That's good. Okay, so this is just a plain way of doing two things. So what I wanted to show you, you can do the things differently. Same program output you can generate multiple ways. So that's usually very logical in a programs, right? When we develop some code or write a program, I can do one way, but my coworker can do it another way, and we can both get similar result. One person doing one way might be helpful for a future use where the changes can be easy, right? So if I do the hard coding part, then every line I have to change. But now if I do it with the variables, instead of star, if I want to do something else, then I can just change this and it will, I don't have to change this part of code. It is just the assignment I will have to change, and that will make it work. But that's something you guys will learn eventually when you go and do the more bigger programs, right? So everybody with me? आतापर्यंत सगळ्यांना कळलंय? Okay. Sir, I think you guys saw, right? What is the use of variable? So this is, आज आपण बघितलं की string variable, right? We are just saving the star. There is another variables too that other day I was showing. Let's do other variable saying, okay, number of apples equal to supposedly. So what is that? Number of apples is a variable, and where we are saying number of apples. So as I मगाशी मी म्हणत होतो की variables is काय की some kind of a placeholder or container, right? ड्रॉवर मध्ये बॉक्स मध्ये टाकलं तुम्ही, एक बॉक्स आहे त्याच्यामध्ये ऍपल ठेवायचे आहेत, राईट? तर त्या बॉक्स मधले ऍपल 5 ऍपल टाकले तर दॅट इज व्हॉट द variable is. So okay, you are saving some number in it, and supposedly price of apple, right? So price of apple supposedly 10 rupees. So now आपल्याला total price काढायची असेल तर what we can do, you go multiply number of apples into price of each apple, right? So that is going to be total. And now if you print I think let me not do this way, just print the number there, right? So that way it is going to be easy for you guys. So if I run this program, it's going to print, you can see number of apple 5, right? And the price for each apple is 10 rupees. So then total wage is 50, right? You guys see how it can multiply, right? So use of variables is for this purpose is, instead of saying, oh, number of apples, instead of saying 5, if number of apples are 10, then I can just say here number of apples 10, right? And then if I run this program, it's going to get the correct answer, 100, right? Because each apple is $10, 10 apple costs $100 rupees. Correct? So idea of this variable is that, okay, wherever we use variable, that replaces the actual value, and then you get the result according to that value. So variables helps you write a program which can be reused. So that's the whole concept behind or use behind a variable. That okay, you can use the variable and you can use it in a different places. Does that make sense? Okay, so you can see what is a variable, what is the use of variable, and how to create a variable, right? Actually, variable creation in a Python मध्ये variable create करायला खूप easy आहे. Just व्हेरिएबलचं नाव टाईप केलं की व्हेरिएबल क्रिएट होतो. दॅट्स इट. काही स्पेशल करायची गरज नाहीये. की व्हेरिएबलचं नाव टाईप केलं की आता मी म्हणालो की नेम. So name is now variable. What I assign, if I assign Suresh, then it is saving the name is going to save string of Suresh. Instead of that, I can just say name equal to 23. So though this name, it that variable name is name, it is saving the value 23, whatever you assign. So variable name, you guys have to keep appropriately when you do the program, right? So it's easy for you to use those variables later on. Does that make sense? How to create a variable? Okay. Then I think we were talking about this part, right? A variable, you can have one variable X, one variable Y, and when you print, you can see they print appropriate values. So just to show you guys the example, I'm going to copy that same thing and show you guys here. So if X, just like we magashi number of apple मागितलेला तसंच X and Y, you can see it prints as it is whatever you put it into variable. So you put 5 into this variable, it printed 5. You put John in a Y, it prints John. So instead of that, now if I say 27, and if I say here zoom, right, then it's going to print those values. So what really it is doing is whatever print command prints whatever content or whatever X points to, whatever Y points to. It doesn't really care what is in that line. Correct? Okay. Question असेल मुलांनो तर विचारा. So that way I can answer you guys. And these are some basic rules, right? There are some rules for variable namings and other part, right? A variable do not need to be declared with any particular type. So as in magashi असं म्हणत होतो की oh yeah, X you don't have to declare type, or Y you don't have to declare type. You can just declare and use it. Depending on how you use it, its type will be defined. Then a variable can even change type after they have been set. So something like, example here is this area, right? And then if I say Y equal to 300, I cannot do Y like this. Y has to match this case. And you can see if I print Y again, what prints? It prints 27 as X here, then it prints Y here as zoom, and then we assign Y a different value, and it prints Y as 300 again. So this is integer, right? And this is a string. So it can change the variable type and print it accordingly. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. So that's one second point, right? And then variable names are case sensitive. So that is very important. So I can show you what does that mean. Here, now if I try typing Y, I declare lowercase y, and when I use uppercase Y, what is it gonna do? It is gonna error out saying, oh, you can see it says print Y. Y name error. Name Y is not defined, because when it's gonna see this variable, So there is no variable we use with y. But तुम्ही म्हणाल I used it. But if you look at the case, y is a lowercase here. And when we are printing, we are trying to print y as a uppercase. So in Python, the uppercase, lowercase values are or variable names are treated differently. So you guys have to remember variable names, what you give, they are case sensitive. खूपशा वेळेला काय होतं की प्रोग्राम करत असताना जर मी प्रोग्राम करत असेल राईट तर खूपशा वेळेला आय गिव्ह नेम लाईक हो नेम ऑफ month, right? And I say, oh, name of month is April, and then year is 2021, and I do some kind of code check here, like I have code which does some work. Yeah. And then I try to print the name here. Okay, name of month and year. The name of month, if I just accidentally put lowercase, then what happens is my program errors out. And I keep scratching my head, why my program is erroring out. I gave the name correctly, name of month. But usually I need to make sure the M here is lowercase and M here is uppercase. So that you guys have to be very careful when you are naming the variables. Okay, if you want to leave, you can leave. Okay, and you want to specify data type of a variable. This can be done using casting. As a खूपशा वेळेला when we do programming, we really don't need to specify data type for the variable. So this is integer, or this is float, or this is string. But if you want to do it, you can do that by casting. And the casting is something like, oh, this here is integer, right? So you can, if you put a quotes, that is going to get treated as a string. But no, you want to make sure this is integer, then you say here integer and this way. So that makes sure this year is of type integer. I think जेव्हा प्रोग्राम कराल तेव्हा कळेल ते, right? Okay. Then I think there are some rules or best way to do the variable names, but I think this thing you can read it by yourself. I think I'm gonna jump to the data types. Rather than data types, maybe we will do the data types for the next. I actually wanted to share with you guys. You guys can see the operations, right? I think sometime back, first or second session, we did this all the operations. How to do those things, right? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponent, and floor division. All these we have done those things, right? So that's, I think, fine. Maybe I want to get you guys to the logical problem and then gonna give you actually homework. For homework, we want to learn about the input statements. Okay, let's learn about the input statement and then I can give you the homework for you guys. Right? Okay, so let's learn about the input statement. So that way you can do some coding. And then like next week, we will talk about the data types. So, okay, going back to our program then. what we are doing here, we are always printing, right? Print this and print that, right? So how about getting some data from the user? Because now everything we are printing, but if I have to, like, remember my previous program, something, let me just go back to, yeah, this one, right? So here I had number of apples, and we were saying, oh, this, if I run this program, it gets the value 50, right? So instead of hard coding or putting something like this, how about asking user to enter the number of apples and the price for apple, right? If we want to do that, how do we do that? Maybe let's let's there is a statement to accept the input from the user. The statement is called, or that command is called input. So we will try that input method here, right? So what we will do is we will print here, print enter number apple, right? And then if we say, okay, then we say this equal to input. Then cost for each apple, and that is where we're gonna assign price for each apple. And okay, so you guys are with me? No, that slope we cannot do like that, because we don't keep it in a quotes, right? Quotes is to, whenever whatever you put in a quotes, it's basically telling it's a string. So when we enter a command, we have to put it this way. So you can see here, okay, when now it is prompting you to enter something, right? So okay, if we say 5, and then cost for each apple, if I say 4 rupees. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, what we need to do is we need to typecast that, because everything what you take from the input, it is always a string, so you need to typecast that to integer. Just remember that anything what you get it from the input is always string, so you always have to typecast to integer. So these are integer values, and then you do the multiplication. Okay, so 5, and then cost is $3, then you can get the answer here 15, right? What is happening in this program? Do you guys understand? Like, we print something, which is what happened here. That's what we printed, telling user, oh, enter the number of apples you want to purchase. So that's what we accept that with the input statement. Then we tell user, okay, enter the cost for each apple, and we accept that number with this input statement. We typecast that, so we assign the price, right? And we do the total by doing the multiplication, and we are printing that total. So if you want to print here something, print total cost for apples, If I run it like this, then it will make more sense for you guys. See, I have, I'm gonna go say bigger number here. 8 apples, and each apple costs $12. So you can see total cost, it prints total cost for apples is 96, which is 8 into 12. So now in this case, you can see the real use of variable, right? Oh, because of we put the variables, we can enter any number and that gets assigned to variables, and then it gets multiplied and you get a total. If I just directly assign the value or 6 or 8 or something, then I will have to keep changing my program every time to do this calculation, right? And that is not the right way to do it. That's the reason people use variables. So that's actually a good way of explaining how the variables are used. You guys are getting this? Yes, no, nobody typing anything. Okay, so Bleka. Okay, so what we are learning here is input statement is to get the input, right, from a user. Actually, now can someone explain me if I want to print this total on the same line, what I need to do? Last week आपण बघितलेले एक statement or how to write on the same line. Anybody remembers? Even I don't remember, so you guys have to explain me. If you guys don't remember, then we are lost. Remember काहीतरी दाखवलेलं तुम्हाला की how plus operator होता? Wasn't a plus, I think it was end, right? Something. How, what was it? Even I forgot. Okay, I don't remember. You guys have to remember what I taught you guys. I don't have that homework with me, so I don't remember what it was. I can go back and see my previous slide. Do you guys remember? अच्छा तुम्ही विसरायला लागले तर होणार नाही हा. Nobody remembers how to do it. Remember, let's see what notes I will go. Yeah, see, this one was something like this, right? And okay, so here it should go like this. So this, if I do it, what it will do, it is going to print on the same line. So if I say apple are 6 this time, each apple costs 20 rupees. Total cost for 6 apple is 120 rupees, and that's on the one same line, right? Because I use this end statement like this. It's not Arjun, it's not plus operator. It is end equal to space colon, right? So okay, let's go back to our. So सगळ्यांना input statement, समझ लिया? Okay, okay, good. Then, then let's talk about this homework. Actually, I gave you guys same homework and explaining the same thing, but maybe it's up to you guys. You have to try writing your own program. So I will see how you guys do it. And maybe again, you guys need to take a photocopy or a photo of your assignment and share it in a chat next next week, right? सो सगळ्यांना हा प्रोग्राम कसा लिहायचा आहे ऍक्च्युली आता मी दाखवलंय तर सिमिलर वे यू गाईज नीड टू डू इट इट विल जस्ट रिपीट व्हॉट यू गाईज आर डुईंग ठीक आहे and then now I'm going to show you this logic problem and this is the homework for logic. I'll post it on group, WhatsApp group. No, not on WhatsApp group. You share it on a chat when we come in a class next time. The homework is for you guys to try, and when we get in a class, you explain that homework if anybody has solved it. Okay. So actually, let me ask you guys: have you guys used Sudoku anytime? Played with the Sudoku? Okay. So this is gonna be very easy for whoever has done the Sudoku. Idea is there is 1 to 4 numbers we have to write, and each row and column should have only repeating the number repeating only one time. So something like, oh, in this, you cannot type 3 again because 3 is already there, right? In this row. You cannot type 4 because 4 is already here. So it has to type only 2, which is not in this row. But while you type 2 here, you need to make sure that number is not in this line too. Does that make sense to you guys? No, sir. Shlok, no, sir. Wow. What is you don't understand? Because mm, Shlok, no, for what? You don't you never played Sudoku, or you don't understand how to solve the problem. We'll solve the first problem here. Yeah, but Kadambari, don't go further. Let me explain because I think some of the other kids might not be there yet. Right? So we have to make sure everybody understands. So we'll solve this problem. Shlok, I'll copy this problem here as it is. 3 and 1, 3, here 2, 4, and here is a 2. So let's try with this first row. What can fit in there? Already 4 is there in this row, 3 is there, and 1 is there. What is missing out of 1 to 4? Right, so, okay. 2 is, okay, let me get a color. So that way we know what we are typing. So 2 is what missing, so we type in 2. But when we are typing, we have to make sure that number is not in this row, right? So, okay, if we do this, okay, that's good. So now, what is the next number you want to try it? Okay, let's try. Here something is missing, right? Okay, yeah. So that's fine, Shlok. Okay, let's then have Shlok answer this thing. So now, first column, Shlok, what number you see missing in this? No, is that first row? Is it Aryan? Hold on. We're asking Shlok. But anyway, now Aryan answered, Ayush answered, right? So 1 is missing, right, Shlok? In this first row or first column, sorry. So 1 is here. If we type in 1 here, so now that's getting complicated. Okay, no, YOLO, we are not gonna go with your answer. Okay, so let's. Okay, YOLO, you can pick which column you want to try it out. Let's pick this column. Can we find which number can fit in this place? I'm talking about this column. Which, okay, so YOLO saying 1, everybody saying 1. Why 1? So can you tell me why it is 1? Because 2 cannot fit in, right? 2 is already in this row, or sorry, already in this column. So 2 cannot fit in this place. 4 cannot fit in because already 4 is there. 3 cannot fit in because already 3 is in that row. So you have to put only 1 is the possibility. So now when you say here is 1, here is a 2, here is a 4, what is missing here? You have 3 missing there, right? So you just put the 3 there. Just make sure that 3 is not crossing anywhere else. Now you can see, oh, I have 1 here, 3 here, 2 here. What is missing here? Okay, what is missing? 4, right? Okay, got it. Then now let's pick another column wherever you want, right? So let's pick this one. You guys want to pick this column? So what is gonna put it in this place? We cannot put 1 because 1 is already there. We cannot put 2 because already there. We cannot put a 4. So what is left? 3, right? Look, good. Okay. And same way now, you can see 1, 2, or 1, 3, 4 is there. So it has to be 1 here, right? Okay. Now, again, on this line, 1, 3, 2, and 3, what is missing here then? 4 missing, right? I'm now gonna go faster. Did we guys miss something? Looks like we did miss something. Oh no, okay. So here, what is missing in this is a 2, right? Okay. So I think YOLO answered that one, which is good. So you can see this is how you solved it, right? Slope, you got it? Okay, so there is a 2 puzzles I have, 2 program. One is a homework. This is the homework, and this is a Python program homework. So that's for you guys for next week. Okay, I'm wrapping up the class earlier today. Don't worry, that's not a good thing. We have to wait for all. So you guys solve it. Don't post the homework now or answer now. Post it in the next group or next Monday session. Okay. So this is the way, right? I think Kadambari, the way you are saying is okay. This is the way you can post the homework or even program also. You can keep it ready, and when I ask you, you can copy it there, all text. Okay. That's all, guys. I think I have to let you guys go 7 minutes early. Okay. So see you guys in next session next Tuesday. I'm not sure if Vaishali madam there or not, but if you are there, you can stop recording. Okay, but you guys can drop off. I'm gonna stop my presentation. And even I'm gonna log off. So have a good day, guys.
Bye, sir.
Bye.